thinking about that still.
Oh, what grade you in?
10.
You in the 10th grade? Man, I thought you was in the 6th grade, man. I'm sorry, man. Well, that's cool. What about you, bro? Engineer, man, that's what I'm talking about, right? Boxing engineer. We got a cyber security, and then we have a doctor. So we got them all in the house. And then we got a financial advisor right here. Then you got a life coach over here. Then you got a professional speaker here. Then you have Dr. Gaithers here. Boy, y'all are all around professional people, man. That means let's keep doing it.
What you gonna do?
I want to be an optometrist or a pharmacist.
Okay.
Okay, man, you see what I'm talking about? Yeah. Do you got teeth, bro? Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
We need to know. I knew, listen, when I was 5 years old, what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Okay, even if it changes, always have an answer. Because if you don't have an answer, somebody's going to give you an answer.
Give you an
I
answer.
don't want anybody giving me an answer. Okay?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you guys, all right.
Let's, they're going to be coming in.
They're going
I'm
to
so
trickle
sorry.
in. It's okay. Well, let the 1, 2, 3 start. I always start out by saying a favorite saying that I always say, let's get it. My story is a lot different than a lot of you guys, but it's almost the same, right? My name is Wayman Daniels. I'm from this city called Rochester, New York, but I shouldn't have put this city on here because I don't like to do cities. And my story consists of this. I grew up without a dad. Sir, can you pull it down? Pull it. Okay. And my story starts where I grew up here. I didn't have a father. I didn't know my father. Never saw my father. Never heard his voice. I grew up on the west side of town. Now, a lot of people wouldn't think that's trauma. I was traumatized, brother. Because you look on TV, back when I was growing up, everybody had a dad. Everybody's father was active. In my community, fathers were active at that particular moment, so I didn't have a dad. I was traumatized. I always yearned to hear my father's voice. I always yearned to see his face. I never saw him. I never heard his voice. So I grew up having very antisocial behaviors. I ended up doing things detrimental to my community. In other words, what the community was doing, I was doing the opposite of, man, because I really wanted to see my dad, right? And I know the dude wasn't coming home, bro. But in my mind, I always wanted that door to be knocked on and say, yo, man, I'm here to come get you. I'm here to spend some time with you. That's what I was hoping for. In the process of having antisocial behaviors, I used to go to school. I used to go to this school right here. But when I went here, it was called school number 14 before they turned it into 58. They used to have a jelly donut shop down the street. I used to walk to school, go get a jelly donut. It used to cost a dime. And they tore it down and they changed the school. So everything is subject to change. But I didn't change. I still wanted that dude to knock on the door, bro. He wasn't gonna never do it. So I went to school to have fun, right? Single parent home, my mother working all the time, and my mother done the very best she knew how to do, but as a child, I didn't understand that. I thought my mother didn't love me at that particular moment. So I started acting out with her as well. I thought my mother was putting other men before her own children because she didn't give me what I wanted, and that was my dad. She never would tell me why my dad left. She never would tell me why she left him. They left each other. In turn, going to school just to have fun, bro, I ended up being promoted. I was failing all Fs. Bro, that was from the 6th grade on up to the 10th grade. One of them Fs. Fs is the worst grade you can ever get in school, but they kept promoting me, right? I got to the 10th grade. I believe I was 18 or 19 years old. I said, man, I got 2 more. School was almost over in the 10th grade. So I said, I'm going to the 11th grade. I'll be graduating soon. Unbeknownst to me, I wasn't graduating. I only had 2 credits. 19 in the 10th, right? Gentlemen, I was being created for failure. But it wasn't the school system's fault. It was my fault because I didn't understand the value of an education. Now, that's just a small part of my story. Again, antisocial behavior means shunning community norms, right? I dropped out of school. Started hanging out, getting high, heroin, angel dust, and crack cocaine. That was my thing, right? Doing it all day, every day. Robbing people, right? End up going to the state penitentiary. No, let me digress just a little bit. I got sentenced in court. My mom's and my dad, my stepfather, which I call my dad, was sitting in court. And I'm up before the judge. I'm like, yo, they gonna let me out, and I ain't never been in no real trouble. I'm going home. That dude said 5. How many years is that?
15.
That's 20. Sentenced me to 20 years in the state penitentiary. I'm sitting up there. I'm laughing now, bro. That was in 2001 when they sentenced me to 20 years. And I looked back at my moms and my dad, and I felt like a failure because I never wanted my mother to see her son fail. So when I looked at the lawyer who they gave me, I said, yo, bro, I ain't killed nobody. This dude act like I killed somebody, bro. Why you give me 20 years? They told me to be quiet. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm quiet. I went back upstairs. I got a phone call. Well, I called one of the guys that was a friend of mine, and he says, man, I got to pat you on the back. I said, man, for what? He says, man, because you showed a lot of character up there before the judge. I'm like, yo, bro, I wasn't showing no character, man. They sentenced me to 20 years, man. Ain't no character in that. Ain't no integrity in that. I said, man, check this out. I'm gonna hang up the phone. So I hung up the phone and got off the phone. And I went up to my cell, brothers, and I cried. Because at that particular moment, I had an 8-year-old son. And my baby, I said, when I get out of prison, he's gonna be 28 years old. He's gonna go through the same thing I went through. His dad left him, abandonment. I volunteered for that program called the State Penitentiary. They didn't come get me because I was walking down the street and I wasn't doing nothing wrong. They came and got me because I was doing stuff wrong, bro. I didn't have a problem sticking you up, let me get that. So when they got me, I was like, yo, bro. So when I walked in Elmira, which is a maximum security prison, I looked up 4 tiers up, which is 4 floors up. As I'm walking down, they tell you to walk on a straight line. You better not get off that line, because if you get off that line, they're gonna bust you upside your head. And they tell you that straight. They don't play. And when I looked up at the 4 tiers like I'm doing now, I asked myself, how did you get here? You never grew up saying you wanted to be a prisoner. You never grew up saying you wanted to go to prison. I wanted to be a cop. I wanted to work with canines because I love dogs. And I end up in the state penitentiary, bro. And when I went to the state penitentiary, I sat there and I cried again because I was being broken. But I broke myself. The system didn't break me. I broke myself by doing stuff that I shouldn't have been doing. My daughter came. I tell the story a lot. She came and she says, Daddy, I want a man just like you, bro. I've been womanizing her whole life. I've been in the streets her whole life. I've been gang banging her whole life. I've been doing drugs her whole life. What was I showing my daughter? And you know who kept bringing my kids to see me? My mother. All them dudes I was hanging out with in prison or out in the streets, they weren't coming to see me. All them homies I thought was my real homies, my bros, I wasn't even getting a letter or a care package. My mom's, bro, and my dad. So then 2 weeks later, my other daughter come up there. Now she was the baby at the time. And bro, she said to me, Dad, you don't love me and mommy no more. I said, why did you say that? She was only 6. She said, because you left home to come here. Bro, I cut that visit short. That's 2 visits I had to cut short, and I cried again, bro. I went back to my cell and I cried. I cried and I cried. I said, Wayman, what are you doing? Then I started reading because I had a bibliophobia, abnormal fear of books, bro. I was a straight F student. They told me I was gonna never be anything. They told me I was never smart enough. They called me dumb. My uncle said, Wayman, you ain't dumb, you super dumb. I was misdiagnosed by my family, told me I was gonna always be a bum. I wasn't gonna amount to nothing. So I became exactly what they said because I believed what they said. I was only 8 and 9 years old when they were telling me this. I thought they loved me. I thought they were telling me the truth. So I believed their truth. But when I went to prison, I had to diagnose myself and say that I am somebody. I am great. I don't have a fear of books. That's what I was taught, that black people don't read. Black people are not educated. Black people are dumb. That's what I believe because that's what I was told in my neighborhood. All we drink is Colt 45, 800 Old English. All we drink is Mad Dog 2020. All we do is smoke and blaze all day. All we do is get high and smoke dope. That's what I was taught. So I became what my environment was putting out. So when I went to prison, I had to look at my life like, yo, bro, everything they taught you was wrong. You don't have to gang bang. You don't have to do drugs. You don't have to act like you tough and act like you hard, bro. Prison broke me. But prison woke me up to let me see, like, you know what, Wayman? It's okay to be a human being, right? So when I went there, I started reading, bro. I was reading so much, it was crazy. I was tearing them books up. And then I heard something about Malcolm X. Malcolm X said it's not a shame to go to prison. It's a shame to leave the same way you came. I said, whoa, bro. So ain't no shame in going to prison. The shame is if you don't come back as a changed man doing something greater or better, then you stuck in prison. I sit back and I look at my life, bro. I come home now. I come home and I see my moms. I see my family. I got another daughter, 6 years old. I get a chance to be a father all over again, right? I changed my whole life, bro. I had to. So now I had a cat in prison tell me, I'd never forget his name. His name is Jackson. Big old muscle dude, bro. That dude was big, bro. He said, they called me Butter. You never go by your name. You always go by AKA when you do go to prison. He says, Butter. I said, yeah, man, what's happening? He says, if you ever come back to prison, I'm going to kill you. Now, those fighting words, I had 90 days left before I go home. I had a choice to make. Is he worth fighting? Or should I go home? Is he worth going, staying in jail a little while longer, maybe getting another charge? Or is your freedom more important than you than what he said? Am I going to let pride get in the way? I ate that. I went to my cell and I thought about what he said. The next day I went to the yard. That's where everybody go, to the yard. And I said, yo, man, why you say what you said to me, bro? I said, you know those fighting words? He says, Butter, I got life, bro. I'm never going home. He said, you getting another chance that I will never get. He said, if you don't go home and help our people, our community, and you come back to prison, I got a right to kill you. I said, you right about that. So he didn't say it to make me feel bad. He said it to make me think. What am I going to do with my second opportunity out here? Some of us don't get second opportunities, brothers. I went to a wake 3 weeks ago, a 19-year-old kid. Stay out in Greece. I'm sad again because our streets are becoming like rivers of blood. Violence everywhere. Everybody fighting for the wrong thing, but nobody fighting for life. Nobody fighting to help nobody. Nobody fighting each other or fighting to say, I love you, I care about you. But they fighting for a block, fighting for a name, fighting for a reputation. And people are dying. 19, this boy out in Greece, come to the city, trying to be something that he's not. The people that he thought was his boys are the ones that killed him. And I looked and I went to the restroom and I prayed to God. I said, God, this boy didn't even get a chance to live at 19. He's dead and gone. I'm 60. What am I going to do with my life? I'm saying, Lord, I don't want to change positions with him, but I'm saying, what am I going to do to make my life count, that it becomes meaningful to help somebody? 19. The dudes he hung with shot him with his own gun. He's from Greece, bro. He coming in here trying to hang out. Instead of staying in his lane, I was out of my lane, trying to be cool, trying to be hard. I was always smart, but I didn't apply myself because I wanted to be what someone else wanted me to be. I valued false friendship more so than real friendship. I valued false love more than I valued real love. Became homeless, eating out of garbage cans. Didn't have to, but I chose to because I was chasing that dope, chasing the streets, chasing the limelight of everybody calling my name when I walked down the street because they knew I had money because I don't rob somebody. I come here today, bro, to let you know that you are great, you are wonderful. I came in, you guys made me feel like I was somebody. How you doing, sir? How you doing, sir? How you doing, sir? To hear your dreams and ambitions, to see your goals. Muhammad Ali was the greatest boxer of his time, but before he became great, he always said he was the world's champion. Before the world even knew about Muhammad Ali, I float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. There's no one ever as greater than him, Muhammad Ali. That was his words before he became the champion of the world. Muhammad Ali trained every single day and disciplined himself not to do the things that normal people do and eat the things that normal people eat, because he believed he was the champion. And when he became the champion, nobody could take that away from him. Are you training to be a champion? Are you training to be a champion in your community and in your family? Are you training every day to discipline yourself to be the best version of yourself? See, poor people watch TV. Rich people read. I want that to sink in. Poor people watch TikTok, Instagram, Twitter.
That's right.
Rich people read and invest. Poor people save. Rich people invest. What are you doing? What are you doing to make your life great? How are you training today? When they pick up the phone, I have people call me sometime and I have to tell them they got the right number, but they're dialing at the wrong time because I'm busy. Have you ever said that when that phone rings, when a message comes through? Somebody texting you, do you pick it up right away when you're trying to read and when you're trying to study? If you pick it up right away, then you're not disciplined. Your future is more important than a 5-second text message. Hey man, what you doing? Where you at? What's up? How serious are you about your future and your today? Your today leads to your tomorrow. I work today. What you see here is one of my businesses, Level Up Apparel. I'm also a professional speaker, entrepreneur, Level Up podcast host, and working on some other stuff. I'm about to do a documentary on my life and on my story, bro. And guess what? All that costs me money, because what I have to say will make a difference to the world. I'm here to be an asset to my family, to my community, and to the world. I was talking to this lady, as a matter of fact, the director of parole. I used to run from parole. I used to run from the police. Now they're coming to me saying, can you come in? And she says to me, Wayman, what makes open mic communication different? I can say cliche words. I love people. I have a passion. I want to give back to my community. Oh, everybody's saying that, right? But what makes me different? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 15 people in this room right now. All 15 of you guys make open mic communications different. I guess you're saying why? Because you're taking the time to listen to Wayman Daniels, Open Mic Communications CEO, instead of walking out. That's what makes me different. I have something that you want, which is information. Let's do this. Let's talk about information. Let's talk about a plan. We all got one, right? Got a lot of information, got lots of plans, but guess what's missing?
Initiative.
Not conditioning.
Initiative.
Initiative, execution. I can have all the information and a plan all day, but if I never execute it, it's just a plan and just information. So what's your execution to become cybersecurity, to become a doctor, to become that professional boxer, to become that engineer? What's your execution? Who's your mentor? Someone that has already succeeded in that arena that can show you how to get there. Because it's not easy trying to do it on your own. Someone has to teach you. Someone has to show you. Someone has to take the time out. It's like, you know what? I value you. I see you. I hear you. I'm with you 100%. I tell people wherever I go, I give you 100%. I promise to fulfill whatever I say, because so many people don't lie to me and told me they had my back when it came time for me to pull their card, their calling card. They was never there to help me. That hurted me the most. You told me you loved me. You told me you care about me. You told me you was going to help me. But when I ask you to help me, I'm busy right now. Something else. Can you get back to me in 2 weeks? You know how that feels when you really want help? I walk around, I go to several schools in the city of Rochester, and a lot of guys are wearing shiesties. Shiesties is nothing but a ski mask. A ski mask that we used to wear back when people used to rob banks and they stick people up because they didn't want people to see their identity. But now they're wearing shiesties because it's cool. But I'm going to use a shiesty as a metaphor. Right now I'm going to put my shiesty on. You see my shiesty, but you don't see me. In front of my shiesty is anger, bitterness, and rage. And in front of my shiesty, why I'm wearing a shiesty, is disappointment. That's why I'm wearing it. Another part of my shiesty that I'm showing everybody is that I fear. Another part of my shiesty is that I don't love. Another part of my shiesty on the outside that you're seeing is that I'm very numb. But on the other side of the shiesty, what people don't see is I'm hurting, that I want help and I don't know how to ask for help. That's on the other side of the shiesty. I'm afraid on the other side of the shiesty. I'm lonely on the other side of the shiesty. But when people see the other side of the shiesty, they see me being tough. They see me cussing. They see me fussing. But on the other side is pain. I no longer ask children what's wrong with them or what happened. I don't ask them what's wrong with them. I ask them what happened to them. Because it's easy to say what's wrong with you, but it's hard to ask the probing question, what happened to you? Why do I have to wear a false shiesty? Why do I have to pretend to be tough? Why do I have to pretend to be a womanizer? Why? Because I don't want people to see the other side of the shiesty, that I'm vulnerable. I want to be different, that I'm smart, that I'm educated. I don't want to be the class clown on the other side of the shiesty. But on the other side of the shiesty, when I'm sitting by myself, I'm very vulnerable. What part of the shiesty are you showing? What part do you want your family to see? What part do you want your brothers and sisters to see? Can you imagine a 4-year-old kid coming down the stairs with an assault rifle, and that's my job, to go into these homes and talk to children, and a 4-year-old comes down with an assault rifle? Who's teaching him that? It speaks louder than any words you can ever say. Do you cuss out your mother? Are you there for your parents? Are you there for your siblings? Are you there for your community? Are you afraid to go in your classrooms and say, listen, man, it's okay to love. I'm here. I'm your true friend. Are you afraid to tell people the truth? Yo, bro, can you speak with purpose? Because I value you. Can you walk with purpose? It's okay to love. I don't education in hiding your true feelings behind education, because a lot of people do that too. They hide behind money because they don't want people to see that they're vulnerable. Don't hide behind a gated community. Don't hide behind nice clothes or a nice car. That's a shiesty. I want you to see me. Am I dressing up for you so I can impress you, or am I really dressing up for me? Do I want to be a doctor? Do I want to be a cyber engineer for me? Or do I want to do it because it makes me look good or feel good? Do what makes you happy. Because guess what? The people that you're trying to really have to look at you, they ain't paying you no attention. I went to the LPGA golf tournament. Yeah, me, man, I dropped out of school, I got a GED. I had an F average in school. Chased by the police, went to jail. Went to the LPGA golf tournament in Jersey. And I was sitting there. And all these people got money, you know, they just walking around. Bro, you know what? It made me feel kind of bad, though. You know why? Because not one of them spoke to me. Not one of them. And I did a presentation behind that. I said, I want you to see me. I'm going to make you see me. I'm going to make you see me. You know how I'm going to make you see me? By the way I carry myself. That when I walk in the room, I command respect. When you talk to me, you're going to give me respect. I'm going to make you look me in the eyes, because I'm going to look you dead in your face. I went to the LPGA tournament and they didn't see me. And I'm like, how many people do that today? Was it my color? Maybe. Was it because I was a man? Maybe. Maybe because I was at that time 6'3", 250? Maybe. Or was it because you thought I didn't belong? Maybe. So I stopped trying to impress people and started walking in my authentic self. I don't want to make 6 or 7 figures for the world to see. I want to make 6 and 7 figures for my family, for a legacy that I can leave my children's children. I don't want to get on the stage so you can see me. I want to get on the stage so that I can change lives. See, you can be a multi-millionaire and invest in the stock market, but never invest in your children and your family. That's something. You can live in a gated community every single day, look like you got it going on, but you never sit down and talk to your children. Bro, let's invest in the right thing, family, community. I want to be successful so I can leave a legacy where my little 6-year-old daughter can say, hey, welcome to the Level Up Show. That's what she does. She mimics what she sees. That's why I want to be successful, so I can buy property in the city, because it takes money to make moves. I can't do it off of a smile. So I'm going to that mayor's ball. I'm going to shake some hands because I'm learning the power of networking. I'm learning the power of being places that they say I thought I could not used to go, other than prison, other than to the dope house, other to a abandoned building to eat out of garbage cans. I can walk in now with a tuxedo on and smile. Dr. Gaithers invited me on her podcast. It was such a beautiful podcast. I met her through a mutual friend. I was in the paper for committing crimes. Now I'm in magazines for speaking positive. Bro, your life, not your life, but everyone's life. How are you? Good. Everyone's life has a purpose. What is your purpose for being on this earth? We all have stages in life. Right now you're teenagers. Pretty soon you're going to be a young adults. That's another stage. Then after a while you're going to become an adult. Then after that you're going to become a parent. Then after that you're going to become an old adult. After that you're going to become a senior adult. Have you planned your phases for your life? 60 hit me so fast. It hit me super fast. I was in my 20s at one point. I thought I was going to never get old. Now I'm 60, bro. Man, so guess what? My life expectancy might be 20 years or less. What am I going to do with my life? With the time that I have left? A lot of kids thought that they were going to make it to tomorrow. So they can't say what I'm going to do when I get old. What am I going to do with the time that I have now? What value am I bringing to I can't stop saying that enough. What value am I bringing to my family, my community, and my friends while I'm on this earth? What would they say about you if you were dead and gone right now today?
Dang.
What would they say? I want them to say great things about me, that my memory, my legacy still lives on after I'm gone. That's what I'm living for, a legacy, brothers. A legacy, that my name continues on and everything that I'm doing continues on. I created remember I had a bibliophobia. I created 2 curriculums, brother. Life Has a Voice is one. The second edition is Build Your City. I did this, a high school dropout. Bro, a straight F student. They kicked me out of school in New York State, not just Rochester. I couldn't go to school in New York City, Albany. I couldn't go to school nowhere. That's how I wasn't bad, brothers. I just wasn't applying myself. I was a book that no one wanted to read because the cover was dirty. No one ever took the time to open up the book and even brush off the cover with love and see the pages and see that I was somebody. But they just looked at the cover and said, I'm not picking up that book because it's dirty and it's damaged. The same pages that was in that dirty cover of the book is the same pages you're listening to right now, but nobody took the time to say, man, you matter. So with that, I'm going to close and let you guys know that you are valuable, that I do love you, that Ms. Gaithers love you, people love you. Love yourself and be the best version of yourself at all times, no matter what. Thank you.
Shake each of their hands.
Yeah.
Just give them your touch.
All right, I'm gonna go here first, sir.
Okay.
My name is Wayman. Welcome, sir.
Damari Lot.
Damari Lot?
Damari Lot.
On Lot. I like that, Damari. Nice to meet you.
Trevor Wiggins.
Trevor who?
Wiggins.
Wiggins. I like that. You got a boy play for the Golden State Warriors. Is that your brother?
No.
Okay. All right. How you do? Oh, man, come on, man. I love you, man. Appreciate you. All right. What's your name? Mustafa. I like that name too, bro. Come on, man. You want to be a boxer? Come on, man. Greet me like a man. Come on, get on up, man. See, yeah, good to see you. Come on, bro. Don't do that. What's happening with you? You all right? Okay, come on, man. Come on, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Come on, man. What's happening with you? You good? What's happening with you? You good? Yeah. All right. Let's take a picture right quick, guys. Yeah, Mr. Wiggins.
Thanks to our sponsors, Open Mic Communication, partnerships with Rise Up Rochester. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Donations are welcome as well. Cash App, Wayman3234. Email, danielswayman248@yahoo.com. TikTok, Wayman Daniels. Instagram and Facebook, Wayman Daniels. Thank you.